Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back here on the bridge, and today, yes, we got something to go over from Star Trek Online X feed, so on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. But also, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing here to the YouTube bridge, where we're always on the lookout for like-minded captains to share our love, passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now that said, here we go. As we normally do, the ECs will be dropped, and then at the end we will give our conclusion. So first up here, this event is all about research and development and duty officer assignments on PC. Earn bonus rewards and save on packs. So again, the R&D Junior Officer event runs from June 6th, so as the drop of this video, and it goes up until June 10th, again on PC. So it features several bonuses throughout STO that will give captains of all levels a leg up on advancing their rank in the research and development schools of their choice. For captains looking specifically for extra help with their projects and all R&D packs throughout the game, we'll give out a normal extra 25% on all items. They currently disperse for the duration of this event. Q R&D material reward packages, normal, advanced, and elite will reward 25% more R&D materials and have more chance to reward a catalyst. Alternatively, captains wanting to advance through research and development schools as fast as possible should seek out harvest nodes located in the mission maps throughout STO, which will not only disperse 2 extra R&D materials each time they are used, but will also reward a grand total of 10 DIL ore and have a chance to give out an R&D catalyst during this event. For all captains that work on research and development project during this event, those projects will reward an extra 50% of the appropriate research and development school XP. This includes projects to make components as well as those to make items. Continuing here from June 6th to the 10th, we're running a special event where you can earn a bonus commendation XP by completing any duty officer assignment. So what I know and lovingly name paperwork, because it gives XP, and this actually helps. So during the event, you'll gain a 50% increase in all commendation XP earned by completion of duty officer assignments. You don't need to do anything special, it is automatic. And of course, to those who are new captains, you receive a free special purple quality duty officer with a unique active roster power by speaking with your duty officer contact. For Starfleet officers and Romulan allies, it's an engineering exocomp. Duty officer and KDF officers and Romulan allies, it's a Reman duty officer. Of course, there's that mini game here. I have not done this mini game in a while. I don't think it's worth it, but if you're new, I do actually recommend you at least try it once, so at least you know. And of course here, the packs are included in this offer: Delta, the Gamma, the reinforcements, the fleet support, the Romulan, the fleet support, Klingon, and Federation duty officer packs. So again, you have to go to the academy to get all these, and of course here is the little mini game here, and then 75 traces will give you the very rare. Then going down below that, the 50 for the rare, 25 for the uncommon, 5 for the common. Of course, you can get more slots if you wish, but there's more. So in addition to research and development packs will be available to captains for 20% off from June 6th to the 10th. Both research and development packs as well as bundles will be discounted from 300 to 240 Zen. This pack includes the following right over here. Research and Development Pack Bundle, normally 1,000, is going to be 800. And reading again, so from June 6th to the 10th, 20% off duty officer packs. Same thing that we just mentioned there, all these packs here. So we hope you enjoy, Captain. This is just more like a filler, but nothing too special, but if you are doing paperwork or the doffing assignments, this does help give you XP, especially if you're leveling up a captain. So there you go. There's that. Next up, so starting tomorrow, which is today, captains on Xbox and PlayStation will receive double experience points in-game for a limited time. So we go ahead to the blog. So we're doubling our efforts to give captains the necessary experience to deal with the threats to the galaxies from June 6th to the 8th. On the console bridge, players will be able to enjoy twice the experience. So during the event, content that provides skill points and expertise will reward 100% 2 times bonus above normal amounts. This bonus will be available for all content that rewards skill points and expertise. Again, great for captains who are new and just leveling up their first or second tunes, third, fourth, maybe 19, 20, some of you. Comment below, let me know how many tunes you have, captains. And lastly here, I believe lastly, so maintenance was underway, and here are the patch notes. So just the patch notes here for June 5th. So for PC, we'll first go here. So store and progression. So event buyout adjustment. The cost to buy out event progress has been reduced from 40 to 20 progression points, making it easier for players to complete event goals. Nice. Endeavor perks and fixes already. So shield, regen, space, and ground corrected an error in the perk descriptions that listed a 4% bonus. The actual bonus is 1% per rank with a cap of 25%. Armor pen, which is probably the other one that we're going to be seeking to fill out when we decide to. Updated the perk description which incorrectly displayed a 2% bonus. The correct bonus is 0.5% per rank, up to a maximum of 12.5, which is not that bad when you max it out. Console fixes. So Kida's Boon already fixed a scaling bug affecting anti-proton damage. This damage now scales correctly with level, resulting in a slightly reduced overall value for balance. Starship customization. So we made a video yesterday here on the channel saying why didn't they mention all the remaster changes to the Ranger and Paladin on the X feed. They did on Blue Sky, pundits did, actually on Reddit too as well, but not here. And it was not included in the notes that when Heart of the Matter went live, it actually went live as well. So take an issue with the communication still, I am. So just saying. So anyways, Paladin and Ranger temporal battlecruisers fixed an issue where using the randomized button in the ship customization tailor would result in mismatched hull materials. Resolved a visual bug with the molecular reconstruction indicator light, which was offset and incorrectly remained white. Note, you'll need to reapply the Paladin or Ranger template in the ship customization interface for this change to take effect. Speaking of the Ranger temporal battlecruiser, I might actually get that. It is a tier 5 ship, but between the two, and some of you captains know I'm not a TOS fan. But if I had to pick between the two ships, visually, I'm going to go with the Ranger, because they did a beautiful job, not going to lie. I think I might have a tier 5 coupon still, so we'll have to see. And if we do, we'll get that ship and maybe do some sort of video on it. Who knows? Mission updates, Devil's Heart. So briefing timer, reduce the initial wait time before the mission briefing begins. Now, when I did the first playthrough of this, the timer, when I was actually reading and actually getting the mission objectives read by the NPC there, it actually took the amount of time it was before. So people can just like stop that, right? But I get it. Once you go through it once, you don't necessarily need to go through it all the time. So I'm glad they're adjusting the timer. Mini boss difficulty, increase the rank of mini bosses to provide a more challenging experience. Well, it's on normal, so it can't be that hard. Boss encounter balance, adjusted pacing by reducing the number of infiltrators while increasing other enemy types during the final boss fight. And Navala fixes, corrected contact background and costume visuals for Navala. So that was for the PC bridge. Now we're going to head over to the console bridge. So general Starship fixes and updates. World Razor Temporal Ops Juggernaut T6 resolved an issue that rendered the ship invalid as a playable starship. Captains can now properly access and deploy the World Razor Temporal Ops Juggernaut. So whatever it affected on us on PC, also affected it on console. So glad they fixed that. Legendary Akira Multi-Mission Command Cruiser addressed a bug that prevented cannons from being equipped and used on the starship. Functionality has been fully restored. So great fixes. I have not checked the other names. A couple of videos ago we did there was a list that we went over that names of a handful of ships, a good amount of ships, actually have their name change, and actually the World Razor was one of them. Actually, both of these ships were in that list incorrectly, so the explanation on how that got changed was just weird, and they even admitted that. So at least it's fixed for now. Item and console update. So console for the polymorphic probe array removed an unintended level of restriction that was preventing some players from claiming the Epic promo version of this console. Eligible players may now successfully claim and use it. Another universal console, the Harasser probes updated the tooltip of the Vorgon Lypheus Heavy Escort to correctly state that this console passively boosts Tetrion damage instead of the previously and incorrectly listed Polaron damage. And lastly here, store fixes. Phoenix Box Store corrected an item binding issue where one reward was incorrectly marked as bound to account instead of bound to character. Item bindings now reflect their intended status. I love how they mentioned that and didn't even mention which one it was. I didn't know of this issue. Captains, if you know, let me know in the comments below. But that is the patch notes. That is all from the X feed. I don't think there's anything else from Stowe Reddit because they actually put it here. So I hope in the future, as we start and keep on covering the updates here for Star Trek Online, that they just keep it all in one place. Again, I know that there's a Discord coming, so I'm looking forward to that to see how that works out, and if they're just going to totally just leave X. We'll have to wait and see, but rest assured, Caps will be covering here on the bridge. So that's the video. Do us a favor, hit the like, comment below, let us know what you think of the patch notes, and let us know if you know that item that they're talking about in the Phoenix store. Of course, if you're new here, consider subscribing to the YouTube bridge, and we'll leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.